everyone, and welcome back to Last Tequila Standing. I am here with Jason Fandrick.
Thank you.
Yes,
Nice
welcome.
to be here. Yes.
And he is with Cuestion.
Cuestion.
Just kidding.
That's
Cuestion.
okay. It's not an easy
It's a
word
tongue
to
tie.
say.
It's yes, because there's a question in Cuestion.
There's questions in everything.
There's questions in everything.
That's right.
Yes, you were saying. And this is your tequila that you're bringing here today to share with all of us. And yes, tell us about it.
Well, the story goes about like this. I was down in Mexico with my mother on vacation. We went to a tequila tasting, and I met my partners. I didn't know they were my partners then. They became my partners. I was at tequila tasting. Tasted about 15 different brands, and then I kept coming back to, it wasn't exactly this brand, it was 99% this, maybe 90% this, and I kept tasting it. And I said to him over and over again, and I said, "Hey Zeus, this is the smoothest tequila I've ever tasted." I said, "What do you do?" And he just exclaims, "Oh, it's a process." You know, I'm like, what do you mean a process? I know there's something different going on here. But after I came back for the third time, I said, "Okay, guy, I gotta know, what do you do?" And he
Now curiosity, question marks.
And I said, "I'll tell you what, are you in the U.S.?" He said, "No." I said, "Do you want to be?" He said,
That's a good question.
Sure. I thought so. So I had an iPhone, I still have one. They're not paying me for saying that, but anyway, I have one. So I took a picture. I called a friend of mine who owns a distribution company. I said, "Hey, I found an amazing tequila. Do you want to distribute it?" I go back to Jesus and I say, "I got your distribution." His eyes get really big and he says, "I can't do this." I said, "Why can't you do it right now?" "Well, you know, we just spent a lot of money doing this, a lot of money doing that." I said, "Well, what do you need?" And he said, "Would you like to be our partner?"
And then you got him what he needed.
And I looked at him and I said, "Sure, why not?"
Yeah,
So
obviously you're here today in the flesh, representing.
Yes. Me. But I went back to Tennessee. I live in Nashville. Went back there, talked to my lawyers, talked to some investors, talked to everybody I could talk to. Flew back to Guadalajara. I spent a month and a half in the agave fields and distillery and the bottling
So that's
plant.
where the agave fields are, is Guadalajara?
No, our agave fields, we have two in Arondes and one in Ciudad de Guzman.
Arondes, okay.
Arondes.
Saint Auguste?
Ciudad de Guzman.
Ciudad de Guzman.
City of Guzman.
Okay.
For a gringo.
Gringa, in this case.
Gringa. But we own our agave fields, so I went out and I learned everything I could learn about the agave fields, and then, you know, learned everything I could about the tequila, and came back, and I'm the partner, and I am launching this nationwide.
So tell us what sets your tequila apart from everyone else's.
Well, in our opinion, we have the smoothest tequila in the world.
Smoothest tequila in the world.
I don't, you know, I'm not mincing words when I say that, and there's a reason why.
Why is that?
Well, one, when we go through our distillation, we distill twice. A lot of people distill more, some people distill, you know, I'm not going to say some distill 5 times, but you know what, they have to. We don't, we distill twice. Okay. We also distill at a very low temperature.
Low temperature.
So that
the syrup,
it stays syrupy. The tequila comes off the still at about 43% alcohol.
Okay.
But on the second distillation, we do something that is the process. And through that process, we reduce our methyl level of alcohol down to the lowest of any tequila in the world.
And how many ppms is that?
It's 200 parts per million.
200 parts per million. What's the average?
I don't know exactly what the average is, but I know that
it's high.
Some of the guys are between 300 and 400 parts per million.
Okay, so that's a lot.
Mezcals go to 500.
And that's what makes you sick, is the methyl. That's what actually gives you a hangover and all that.
That's what gives you a hangover, that's what makes you sick, and it's also what gives you the bite.
So this basically, you can drink comfortably, it has no bites, it's clean, it's the smoothest tequila of all.
That's what we believe.
Okay. I'm going to have to test this out.
Well, we're going to have to test
yes,
that
we
out.
are.
We will.
And so the two gentlemen that you work with are?
Jose de Jesus Figueroa Dominguez. Y Jose Jesus Marquez Ochoa. Marquez Ochoa.
Okay.
And Julio lives in Puerto Vallarta, and Jesus lives in Ciudad de Guzman. So they handle all the operations in Mexico. I handle all their operations worldwide.
And where are you? Where can we find you?
You can find me right now in Tennessee, Alabama, Florida. We're getting ready to launch in New York before the end of the year. Probably Chicago for the end of the year. We're very strategic about what we're doing. we want to own the East before we move west.
Okay. Okay.
Which is
so that's a good plan.
Which is very different than what a lot of tequila companies do. They want to go west and go east. Well, I live in Nashville.
Right.
So we are a Nashville-based tequila company.
And you said that you're the second most sold tequila.
Well, we're the second most distributed.
Okay.
Premium tequila in Tennessee.
Okay.
We matched Don Julio's distribution in Tennessee in 4 months.
And you've been your Blanco has been shoving Patron Silver off the shelves.
Well,
in bars. Okay.
There are quite a few bars that have kicked them out. But what's funny is I share their same distributor in East Tennessee, and I told them when we started, I said, guys, I'm not here to compete. I just want to be on the shelf with them. I said, but there's going to be some people that's going to want to replace the one with the other. And I never thought this was going to happen, and voila, it started happening. And you know, it's not what we want to do. I think that there should be 10 tequilas in every bar, but they should be the 10 best tequilas. And I think probably the 10 best tequilas are on this show, and probably not some of the other ones that we may know.
Right. So you're a boutique, sort of?
We are a boutique. I mean, our bottles are handmade. They're hand labeled.
You
know,
that's nice.
We hand blow the bottles into a mold.
Okay.
We hand label, hand cork, hand fill. All the agaves hand selected in the field.
The labels are put on by hand?
They are.
Okay.
I had a whole case, well, probably multiple cases, that this label was backwards. But, you know, sometimes without all the label in Mexico, you don't know which way that question mark should go.
I think it should go this way into a glass.
That's what we prefer.
Is there anything that you can tell me about awards that you've won recently?
Yeah, you know, the very first competition we went to is the World Spirits Competition in San Francisco. And our Blanco won a gold medal. Our Reposado won a bronze, and my Añejo won a bronze. And I was kind of like, I thought I should win gold and everything.
Wow.
But that just happened. Beverage Tasting Institute, BTI, just gave us 3 gold medals for our Reposado, Añejo, and Blanco. They gave us a 92 rating for a Blanco, a 93 rating for the Reposado, a 94 rating for the Añejo.
Is there anyone that is there any hype that's connected to your brand right now? Is there a celebrity that's kind of carrying a question mark around,
well,
like a bling bling?
There's a few out there. You know, there's a rapper that I met named Cuestion.
Cuestion? Oh!
Cuestion, you know. He said that he thought the question was the best he'd ever had. And so he started carrying it everywhere he goes.
Isn't his song best?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got a phone call just recently that 50 Cent, you know, had tasted it and had pictures taken with the bottle.
Wow.
His manager actually called me. I don't know what they wanted. I can't tell you anyway.
See, that says a lot because they have the ability to spend on whatever they want, and they choose your brand.
They do, and they ask me time and time again, why aren't you in LA, man? I'm like, we're in the East. Go to Miami.
But you're gonna
you can
be.
get it there. Yeah, we're gonna be nationwide. We look to be available nationwide by 2014.
Okay. Now you have a few classic martini cocktails.
Yeah, you know what the thing is in the spirit of questioning everything about tequila and wanting to change how people look at tequila, we wanted to make cocktails that were basically martinis.
Okay.
So we make tequila martinis with the Reposado and the Blanco. We call the one with Reposado an Uptown. We call the one with the Blanco a Cantown, but that's because of the liqueurs that we use. And then we have a martini that's still yet to be named. I might let you name it today.
Oh.
That we make with a blood orange liqueur.
Big deal. Thank you.
Why not? But anyway.
Put my thinking cap on.
And then if you ask me to mix the Añejo, we're probably going to have to talk about that because Añejo should just be poured in a glass.
Okay. All right. And we'll experience that next.
We sure will.
All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to tell me about this tequila?
Well, I love it. I drink it all the time. And I think you should too.
Okay.
But
you could change anyone's mind. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, I can't.
Okay.
And I have in the past. The very first account that I ever went to, and it was something that just occurred. He would not taste tequila. He said, I don't drink tequila. I'll bring it in because, you know, you're local, but I'm not going to taste it. And I said, well, we try to do things different. Believe me, I believe we can change your mind. And, you know, we him and hawed for a while. Eventually, he tasted it.
And
he came back after tasting. He said, My goodness, that's the only tequila I've ever been able to drink.
Wow.
And he became one of our largest accounts.
Oh, wow.
In
Congratulations.
Nashville. And that's actually in Hermitage, Tennessee.
So this man is Jason Fandrick. And
Jason Fandrick?
Yes.
They call me J-Fan.
J-Fan? All right.
J-Fan,
I'm
yeah.
going to just stick with that then.
J-Fan's
J-Fan
fine.
here with Cuestion Tequila, and he will change your mind.
Well, Cuestion Tequila, if you like tequila, you'll love it. If you don't like tequila, it'll change your mind.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
No, my pleasure.
No, it's my pleasure.
No, it's mine.
Okay, it's our pleasure.
Okay.